All right, everyone. You guessed it. Nate and Beth stopping on by, coming at you to continue our reviews of Friday the 13th, the series, getting down to the wire on season 2 here. We're coming at you this time to review.
Season 2, episode 24, The Shaman's Apprentice. And I think I finally got a break on the cursed item.
I don't remember what you guessed.
I thought a rattle or a mask.
I don't remember you saying rattle, but...
Oh, maybe. But anyway.
Well, if you said mask, I mean, maybe it's part... Oh, well, not really.
There's kind of a mask. Well, it's a turtle shell with a painted face on it, so it kind of looks like a mask, but it's a rattle mask. It's like a death rattle.
Which is the cursed item.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So, maybe you'd like to begin this one, maybe.
Maybe. Well, basically, Native American wants to become doctor versus medicine man, and doctor doesn't want medicine man to be doctor. So there's like an ongoing battle between this old cranky doctor and this young Native American, very talented doctor, and I guess he's only able to watch surgeries and not perform them. So he's telling this man how to perform a surgery, and I guess it was maybe a wino or street person that came to the clinic, and White Cloud is his name. He couldn't treat him without surgery, but he doesn't have his license for surgery, so he went to Cranky Old Man, and Cranky Old Man almost kills him, and he's mad, and
Ongoing feud between
ongoing
cranky surgeon doctor guy
and White
White
Cloud.
Cloud.
So, I guess White Cloud goes back to his village, or what is it called? A reservation. Talks to his grandfather, and grandfather's
Who's a shaman? Did
who
we say
who
that?
is a shaman. Grandfather wants White Cloud to become a shaman. I guess a female is, but we don't know the relation.
But the actual apprentice in this episode is
a
this
female.
this
We don't
young
know.
girl, and
Granddaughter, maybe sister.
I don't understand.
Shamans have to be in family.
The episode is titled "The Shaman's Apprentice," but it's really not about the shaman's apprentice because that's the granddaughter. So
That's
it's
the
just kind of
granddaughter.
weird.
True, but I think it's little sister from White Cloud. They don't really say, but from what I understand, shamans are basically a family line of blood to keep the blood pure and keep the medicine strong. So they have to be like brother, sister. Anyway, sister takes him to this cave, and he finds, tucked away in a corner, this object.
Sister brings White Cloud into the cave.
Yeah, because she had something to do probably for grandfather, which involved going to the cave of their ancestors.
A cave of tricks and skulls and whatever the hell's in there. Yeah, what's
The shaman's burial ground.
Shaman's burial ground cave where they keep secret.
All the power of medicine. So all the spirits are supposed to protect the rattle, but see, the trick of that is he's family. So the spirits would allow family in, which is how he got the rattle out. That's the way I'm explaining it. Because the grandfather said the spirits are protecting the rattle from any outside forces. Well, if he's part of the family lineage, he's allowed to touch the objects and use the objects. But this happened to be a cursed object that was sold to White Feather from Lewis's store. So I don't know how Lewis got a hold of it. Oh, the grandfather said White Man came through and stole a bunch of relics. So apparently one of the stolen relics found its way to the shop before it became, I said his name, Lewis's shop, and got cursed, and White Feather, White Cloud, I can't remember his name, Spotted Feather bought it and maybe used it for good. Time passes by and now White Cloud has it and he's using it for evil. But it was really cool, the reveal on how it was used, because as soon as White Cloud, the young White Cloud, the Native American did it. That's all, folks. The one Native American that wants to be a white man doctor versus a Native American shaman holds the rattle, and I guess sister, or she's doing something in the background and caused enough power to recharge the rattle. He gets pulled into like a vision to see how the rattle is actually used.
That's what I was gonna say. He's holding it, and it shows him how to use it, which is I guess the rattle kind of starts shaking and like so
kind
many
of flies from his hand.
Objects in this series, a life for a life.
A life for a
life.
life.
So the rattle will take a life
of the enemy and save.
Or whoever.
Yeah, or whoever.
Or in the case of the third victim in this episode, innocent patient laying in bed.
But that was to make the doctor look bad.
I know, but as a result, the innocent patient died. So
true.
It's not fair.
So you can take over. I kind of explained how it worked.
That's true. Once he gets this rattle, whatever it is, thing, he goes and starts killing assholes at the hospital.
To heal patients.
First one just bursts a blood vessel on the guy's forehead. Second one was really strange. We couldn't tell. Something was coming out of this nurse bitch's mouth, and it looked like a heart.
But she had two collapsed lungs.
Yeah, and then when they describe later on what had happened to her, they don't mention the heart coming out of her mouth. So maybe we're misunderstanding.
It's a hush-hush operation. They never let everything out in the hospital.
That's true. Then the third one is, like I say, the first time that someone innocent dies, and I can't even remember the
grandfather was trying to get the rattle away from the grandson.
I can't even remember the fourth kill.
The fourth kill was supposed to be the white man doctor, but turned out to be the grandson because the sister...
No. There's 5 total deaths, so that would mean there's 4 before the grandson.
Oh.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's.
Oh, that was the patient of the cranky doctor with the new chest surgery.
I thought that's the third one.
The first one was the aneurysm. The second one was the nurse.
Third one was the patient. I can't remember what the fourth one was.
What was the fourth
one? Oh, well, this is going to get to Beth. But
a lot of details.
4 total deaths, 4 kills, and as always, the perpetrator is the 5th death in this episode, but...
Well, he had a good purpose. All he wanted was his own clinic, and this doctor was just getting on him for every little thing, so that feuded their war.
Oh, okay. Then we got to mention this rich guy who's terminal, who
was one of the healings.
He actually went to the guy's grandfather or whatever, to White Cloud's grandfather, to get healed, and he's like, "It's your time." Mm-hmm. And then he's like, then the White Cloud guy, the doctor guy who wants his own clinic's like, hey, once he discovers that he can cure anyone
with this rattle,
he's like, how much is it worth to you? I want my own clinic. And he's like, okay, if you can prove that this works, you got it. And so then he the fourth one must have been the person he killed to then make this terminal boy healed to prove, or no, that would have been the third, because the fourth would have been the one to heal the actual guy who gave him. Anyway,
there's a lot of detail. This is a pretty intricate episode.
So there you go. Did we pretty much say what we want to say about it?
I think so. I think we leave enough of a mystery for the people who don't want a total spoiler alert to be able to watch it and still find things for themselves.
In closing, my thoughts on it is, having dealt with a terminal loved one in hospitals and shit, I didn't enjoy this episode very much. So it's just probably just one step up from full down thumb. Yeah, I didn't like it because of the personal implications that arose in viewing it. So it was a hard one to get through. It's not fun to see. I mean, hell, even if you don't have personal experience with terminal loved ones, it's still not fun to watch, watch these people in an episode. So,
I'm gonna go a little higher than you. I'm gonna give it a half.
did you say I'm
I'm gonna go a little higher.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna give it a half because of my background of Native American. I do believe they used a lot of that historical information correctly, and I do like the fact that they put the ceremonies into it. I don't like the fact that it was for evil purposes, but it was battle for battle, spirit world against white man world, and I did like that aspect of it. But yeah, the terminal and the history of
Oh, we should probably mention that Mickey had some pretty cute young girlfriend
oh yeah, she
that
was
was
next in line.
terminal lung cancer, and kind of the tragedy of how this episode ends is
She was next in line to be healed by White Cloud, and White Cloud ended up dying before the rattle could be used to heal Mickey's friend's life.
yeah. So Mickey's kind of like she was all kind of gung ho for the doctor to be killed for the
Yeah, for
saving
the
of her friend, and
yeah, kill evil to save good.
at the end, Mickey's all depressed, understandably so, and Jack's like, yeah, well, we can't play God after all, and it's just like, oh my God.
But they
So,
each kind of
talk
play
about-
God in different episodes.
I
It's
know,
kind of funny.
played God when it suits them, but
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, depressing throughout with a very depressing ending there. So, and then the last shot is like the young, cute Mickey's friend Terminal going to rattle the door of the new clinic, which is now closed because the guy's dead, the White Cloud or whatever. So, talk about a depressing episode with a depressing
But the
ending.
millionaire is
Yeah,
alive.
The billionaire is cured and
can
all is well.
hopefully do another hospital. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if he's good or bad. Most people who have got a lot of money are usually bad, so I don't know if it's a good thing that he
But
was
because they intricately placed that the rattle is not in the vault, but back in the shaman's grave site, it could be a cursed item that comes back because, well, Mickey's friend knows about it. So that's kind of how
but
my take is.
Mickey's friend has to live long enough to do something about it.
Well, when you're in that mind frame where there's a will, there's a way. So the next episode is going to be The Prisoner. And I have no clue what that cursed item could be.
I'll be damned if I know. Well, I'm damned either way, but I'll be damned if I know what that is. Prisoner. All I can think of is just chains that bind your wrists and your ankles.
They do.
That's
go
not
back.
what. That's not going to be what it is. But who goes back where?
Well, they've gone back in time to like Nazi times, so maybe it's a key or some kind of
I've got
torture device.
no guess from me. I give up.
I'm trying. All right. Thank you so much for listening to us. Hope to have you listen again next week when we review The Prisoner.
Very cool. I guess that about does it. Catch you next week for another Friday the 13th series review. Until then, have fun.
Have fun, guys.